Really big day. This is like breakthrough. I feel that I've arrived. And I'm saying that has nothing to do with all the alarmingly nice things that Poppy has just said. It has nothing to do with the book being published. It has to do with this. Can you still hear me? This afternoon, on Twitter, Piers Morgan called me ghastly. You're jealous, aren't you? I've arrived. So, it's a story about good guys and bad guys. And you all know where Piers belongs. So, the first thing is, have you got wine in your glasses? What a stupid question. Can you imagine the Tory child asking the Tory mother, how can we close the Guardian? And the answer is, offer them a free drink in South Kensington. The entire newsroom will empty. Here they all are. Okay, I want to do a toast to the good guys. And when I talk about the good guys, some of them are... This microphone is really a nuisance. I'm going to shout. Okay. Some of the good guys are overt conspirators. So there are the MPs like Chris Bryant, who I've seen somewhere in this crowd, and Paul Farrell, and Tom Watson, who should be here, and other MPs. And then there are the lawyers, the Tamsin and Charlotte and Mark and Hugh and all the others. And various journalists, Martin from The Independent and Stephen Alistair from Panorama. Hello, Alistair, there you are. And all these people who conspired overtly to cause trouble to the Dark Empire. And then there's an amazing network of people who are kind of covert. That's like about 30 journalists who worked on the News of the World, who really didn't like what was going on there, the bullying and the hypocrisy and the rule breaking and the life destroying. And they helped us to uncover it. There were private investigators who said, we're not cowboys, we don't do this shit. And they helped. Lots of people who worked for Murdoch, even senior executives, were helping behind the scenes. So there's all that hidden network. And then there's just all those people who just kind of want the world to be a decent place. So, and it's thinking, yes, of the overt conspirators and the covert conspirators and all the people who think that journalism can be a decent, honest profession. And all the people who think that democracy means one man, one vote, not one media mogul and the rest of you can fuck off. So for all of them, let's cheer to the good guys! This brings me to the bad guys. There's a little incident in the book. There was a moment where we were being really attacked by the bad guys. And one Sunday morning I was walking through my hometown in Sussex, Lewis, and I was feeling very depressed because it's horrible being attacked. And on the other side of the road there was a little old lady, very old and very little, who I'd never seen before. And she beckoned me across the road. And when I got there, she looked up at me and she was very sweet. She put her hands on my chest, on my lapels. And she said terribly nice things about the work we were doing. And I said, well, you know, it's a rough time. There are a certain number of people out there who just hate us. And she looked up into my eyes with her hands still on my chest and she said, well, fuck 'em. I think that's good. So, if we think about the media mogul, who simply doesn't understand how obnoxious it is for the rest of us to see him endlessly accumulating more and more money and more power and abusing that power. And if we think of his editors, who can't see what's wrong with invading people's privacy and exposing their sex lives and ruining them, and we think about that small group of hacks, of reporters, who don't get it, who think it's all right to smear an entire profession by engaging in aggressive falsehood and distortion to score political points or destroy an enemy or earn more money for their boss. We think of all those bad guys and we think of Piers Morgan. We take a glass of wine and remember that word to that little old lady and just say, fuck her! Enjoy the book.